Hello, everyone. We are here on a farm just north of Champaign, Illinois, as part of the U.S.-German Forum Future Agriculture Project. And I'm happy to be joined by Alyssa, who is joining us as part of the project. Alyssa, can you tell us a little bit about what you do and how you're involved in agriculture?
Yes, so I work for Bayer Crop Sciences and I'm in our carbon business. So my job and my team is responsible for really supporting growers as they make the transition to sustainable agricultural practices as they participate in our carbon program.
Mm-hmm. And, Bayer is a German company, so this is obviously, a transatlantic issue. Can you tell us a little bit about something new you learned about the transatlantic relationship around agriculture this week?
Yeah, it's amazing to learn how much there's commonalities and similarities despite some of the differences, obviously cultural and, regulation from a regulatory standpoint. I think what's really interesting is that shared desire to drive sustainable agriculture in both Germany and the U.S. And how do we do that through different mechanisms, whether that be policy or market-based incentives. So I learned a lot about how we share a lot of those desires and how we drive sustainable agriculture.
Are there any big differences that you notice?
I think the biggest difference is where we stand from a regulatory standpoint. So in the U.S., we're very much a voluntary market, and in the EU and Germany, it's much more a regulated space. And so I think there's a lot of opportunity to learn about how those different frameworks lead to different adoption rates in the practices and how we can best support growers as they try to transition to sustainable practices.
Well, and, you're based in Missouri, which is not so far away from Champaign. And I know that, you do get the chance to visit farms in the area. We've done a bit of that this week. Has there been anything that surprised you or that's been a new experience?
I think the thing that I've learned most over the last couple of days is that sustainable agriculture is very specific to the operation that you're visiting. And I think over the last few days, we've really seen such a diversity of what sustainability means. And I think it's really important for all of us to remember that it's not a blanket solution. It's not a one size fits all. And so something I'm definitely taking away from this is how do we think more broadly about what sustainability means and make sure that we're allowing for flexibility for the farmer and how they adopt and how they advance into sustainable agriculture.
Yeah, it's super important. And I think, that's one thing that those transatlantic conversations can kind of shine a light on is really needing to define those kind of specifics. We really appreciate you being here. Maybe as a final point, if we were to visit St. Louis, so not Champaign, but if we were to visit St. Louis, Missouri, what's one thing that you think we would have to see that's agriculture related?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me think on that for a moment. I mean, if I were to say a Bayer specific thing, I definitely would want to highlight, obviously, that's where we're headquartered. And there's a lot of opportunity to see the advancement that Bayer is investing in terms of research and development, which we heard about today. I think from a personal perspective, I would say just furthering showing how there's diversification, because a lot of what we've talked about over the last couple of days is how, and one of the big differences is that in the Midwest, it's very monoculture, very specific rotations, but I think there's some change occurring in the Midwest, and so I would want to highlight that in St. Louis too.
Thank you so much. This has been very good to have this conversation, and of course, it's great to have you with us this week. So thank you so much.
Thanks for the opportunity.